Hi and welcome to my 23 review for Leos. This is a good start for you in 2023 because Jupiter, the planet of confidence and opportunities, is going to be moving through Aries. It starts off in Aries on the 1st of January. That means, because that's a fellow fire sign, that it will make a very positive aspect to your natal sun sometime over the next few months. And this doesn't happen very often. It'll be another 8 years before it happens again. So this is a great time of opportunity and to grow and expand as a person and to just live life to the full for that period of time. And it will give you a big boost of confidence as well, because the sun in Leo will be enlarged. It will be grander size, so everything will be fantastic. Everything will have rose-coloured spectacles on, and you'll be able to make the most of this opportunity. On the 9th of January we have the Black Moon Earth moving into your sign of Leo in the first house. Now the Black Moon in Leo will bring fear of change, but it's important that you overcome this, because one of the things was that Jupiter aspect that's coming over the next few months as well. So you must embrace change, especially personal change, because this is your first house. This is you as a person. So there'll be changes in this area. Now, there's a tendency with the Black Moon in Leo to be a little bit arrogant, a little bit selfish, but this is to be avoided if you're going to get the best out of this aspect. With Leo, you need to promote your talents and the talents of others, and combine and bring people together wherever possible. This is about identity, your identity, not only as a person but within relationships and within group scenarios. So this is a time to redefine your role within these relationships, and to feel comfortable with who you are and expressing who you are as well. This undoubtedly will be a year of great change for you, Leo. A lot of the planets are moving very quickly during this year, and there's a lot happening. Things will be moving very fast. No more so than on Friday the 13th of January, when Mars turns direct. Now it'll take a couple of weeks to get going, and that's fine, because you will have time to work behind the scenes as Mars travels through your 12th house. This will be a great time to do work behind the scenes. And then on May the 21st, Mars will burst into Leo and into your sign. This is when the changes can really start to happen. Depending on where your natal sun is, Mars will make a conjunction at some time between the end of May and the beginning of July. And this will be a time when tremendous change can take place. Mars is the worker that serves the sun, like the knight serves the king, and will put things into action for you. Mars is also very well placed in a fire sign, so this would be a fantastic opportunity again to expand and grow. Now we have another mover. Also at the end of January we have Uranus going direct, and this is in your 10th house of career and destiny, so there'll be changes in this area as well as we go through the year. On the 7th of March we have Saturn change inside the house, and Saturn will be moving into your 8th house and into Pisces. So Saturn in the 8th means there'll be responsibility for money of some kind, either a partner or someone else that you will have to take charge of finances for. Or it could be that you get a job where you'll be working with other people's money. Maybe you have a charity job, because Pisces is the ruler of the 8th house. But also with Saturn in this area, it's a time to learn about the metaphysical, learn about the spiritual side of Pisces while it's transiting in this sign. Then we have another mover, Pluto. Pluto is a big heavyweight planet, and he's moving house and sign, which doesn't happen very often. He's moving into your 7th house. Now this is good because it will allow you over the coming years to transform through relationships with others, and this can be very advantageous for you. The thing to be aware of though with Pluto in this sign is that there will also be power struggles if you don't handle things correctly. On the 20th of April we have our first eclipse of the season, and this is in Aries, again your fellow fire sign, and is on the 20th of the 4th. Now, if you're born at the early stages of Leo, this is going to be very acute for you, because this will be making a positive aspect to your sun. The other eclipse is on the 5th of May, and this is going to be a bit more difficult for you because this is a full moon eclipse, lunar eclipse in Scorpio. Scorpio is a very intense sign, and this is a fixed sign, so this will probably square your sun in Leo. Right, these eclipses, these both belong to the same series, the Saros 7 North series, and these eclipses bring sudden outbursts of love and lust and passion that may catch you unaware, so you need to be careful. This is a very sensual series of eclipses. And then happening in your 9th house, the solar eclipse is going to mean travel, going to mean learning new things. It's going to mean your beliefs will change under this eclipse. And then with the lunar eclipse in the 4th house of the home, there'll be changes. There'll be certainly a lot of emotion connected with family and the home area. On the 17th of May, we have Jupiter, the planet of opportunity, moving into your 10th house. This is Taurus. This is the house of career and destiny. So there's opportunities abound while it's travelling through the 10th house over the next few months. Now, there's a particular day you need to look out for, the 2nd of June, or around that time, a few days either side, when Jupiter and the Moon's North Node come together. Now, this is fate because the Moon's North Node is our spiritual way forward, it's our destiny. This is happening in the house of destiny and the house of career. Jupiter is a bringer of opportunity, so there's going to be something that comes that just cannot be missed around this time. So you need to keep yourself eyes and ears open, be aware that there is an opportunity coming your way, and this is fated. This is meant to be. Then on the 17th of July, the Moon's nodes pass back into different signs. The North Node will be going into Aries, this is your 9th house, and the South Node will be going through the opposite house, which is the 3rd house. So their emphasis over the coming year or so will be on education, it'll be on learning new things, communicating, and maybe some travel as well. Mid-year, around the 18th of June, the planets start to go retrograde, and Saturn is the first one on the 18th of June. Saturn in that 8th house of shared resources and other people's money. You just need to be very careful about spending and what you're doing with finances at that time. And then the other area you need to be careful of is with Venus, because Venus is in your sign of Leo and goes retrograde at the end of July. 28th of July. So this is going to be a difficult period until September when she goes direct again. This is a period you need to be careful in love, you need to be careful with finances, and you need to be very prudent. Don't be doing things with haste. You need to think about things. It's not a good time to get married or to move in with a partner, and it's not a good time to sign up for expensive items or loans or mortgages either. So just be wary of that period. On the 4th of October, the Black Moon Lilith moves into Virgo, changes sign and also house, so moves into your 2nd house. Now, the Black Moon in Virgo is a fear of failure. It casts a shadow over your value system as well. This is a time when you need to be very careful that you don't blame other people for failures, and you look at how, if there is a failure, how it happened and why it happened, and then put things correct rather than blaming yourself or others. Now, in the 2nd house, you need to be very careful again with money over this period, because the Black Moon casts a shadow over our value system, what we value. It's a good time to look at what you actually value in life. Maybe a good time to get rid of some things that are really of no use to you anymore or you've outgrown, and so that you can bring new things in that are more in keeping with who you are now, because your personality would have changed over the last few months with all the aspects that were going on with Leo. Now, the other thing we have with the Black Moon Lilith is its shadow side, means it brings out things that are deeply buried, and you have to be aware of this and ready of this. So this could be connected to finances, or they could be connected to your self-worth. On the 14th and the 28th of October, we have 2 more eclipses. The first is a lunar eclipse in Taurus. This is your 10th house, and the other one is a solar eclipse in Libra. This is your third house. Now, this series of eclipses is the Saros 7 South series, and this is a very different flavour to the other family of eclipses we had earlier in the year. This eclipse was born out of a Mars-Pluto square, so there's a lot of anger connected to this one, a lot of irritability, and you need to be careful that you don't let this out, either in your communication with the third house, or in your career and destiny path in the 9th house, because your public standing is also the 10th house, so be aware that what you say may be taken the wrong way by people, so it's best to keep a lid on things if you can. Now, the positive side of this eclipse is it can move mountains. It can move great obstacles that are in your way, so this could be very good in the career area, or it could be very good regarding communication and paperwork, because third house also rules contracts and paperwork, so there could be a great advantage to this eclipse as well. But they're wild cards eclipses, so you never know which way they're going to be. 5th of November sees Saturn going direct, and the other planets start to follow suit in December and January. So we'll be going into next year with direct planets and positive energy again. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed the review. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe, and good luck for 2023.